First concert I ever attended was probably a Real Big Fish concert when I was probably 11 or 12 years old at a skating ring that we used to have in local Huntington Beach. Then we used to do a lot of local shows, a lot of local punk rock shows. Used to see Bad Religion and Guttermouth and Pennywise and bands like that. The first major show I went to would have to be Pantera opening for Black Sabbath at the Forum. In the early days, one time we had an issue with a fog machine that wouldn't turn off. And the Rev at the time was playing and he passed out from it. But through being passed out, he was still playing a beat, but he missed a whole drum solo section. And then when the fog machine finally went off, he kind of came to, and we didn't realize what happened. We just thought that he was just missing a part, but we realized he actually passed out. And then to prove to everybody they could still play the drum part, he went and played the solo at the end of the song when it wasn't supposed to be there, so it was a big mess. And then once you have something like that happen, it's just a snowball from there. I have a ton of pre-show rituals. I warm up my voice, always try to get into a sauna, or actually a steam room, hours before the show, work out, want to eat 3 hours before the show, and then basically warming up the vocal cords. Have some tapes, and then have a vocal coach that I'll call if I'm having any issues. And then our best friend Jason, who's our drum tech as well, comes out and smacks all our butts, and then we act like we're playing a sports game. Weirdest fan request. There's a lot of weird ones. You know, you get some sexual innuendos and things thrown on stage and weird notes here and there, which probably aren't appropriate. But, you know, just there's always requests, like when they're in the crowd yelling like a whole set list that they want you to play that they know you're not going to play. And there's just always weird things, you know. But nothing too crazy that I can talk about, I guess. If I was stranded on a desert island, I would bring Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd. It's just an album that can take you to another place, and if you're on an island, you probably don't want to be there if you're by yourself, so that album can kind of take you somewhere else while you're listening to it. Get as good as you can at your instrument, and then write original stuff, write your own songs, and just, you know, never take no for an answer, just try to play shows. And it's not going to happen quick. It never does. And the bands that do happen quick, it's a short-lived career. So just keep working at it. If it's what you want to do, just if they want to do it, they're probably not going to take advice from me. They're just going to do it anyways. That's how big bands make it. It's just a snowball from there.